So we've been waiting for this for, gosh, what, 2 years now? And yesterday we finally got the information we needed. We did in fact have the drop of the official tokenomics and white paper for the Midnight Network, Night and Dust token, and the Glacier airdrop. And I want to talk about just a few important things here with you guys. I want to address a few questions that have come up as well. I have in fact been through ecosystem launches before, so I can maybe give a little bit of insight into this and as to what to expect moving forward here. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. It's been growing like crazy, and guys, it's all because of you. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the link for this in the description below so you guys can read through some of this as well. This is just going to be more kind of an oversight of this, but what we are going to be going through is a claiming phase for the Glacier airdrop. Now, the way this is going to work is 100% of the total supply is claimable by eligible Glacier drop participants in proportion to tokens held across key networks as per the breakdown below. So this is where being a convicted ADA holder is really a big benefit to you because 50% of the supply is allocated to ADA holders. So if you had conviction, congrats. If you didn't, sucks to suck. Now, I want to remind everybody as well that the snapshot for the Midnight Network for Dust token, for Night token, was supposed to have taken place before this information dropped. So we may have in fact already seen the snapshot take place. Just be aware of that. Not sure if that's true or not, but if that did take place, but just be aware. Now, 20% of the token supply is allocated to BTC holders and 30% split amongst the holders of ETH, SOL, XRP, BNB, AVAX, and BAT in proportion to their relative USD value. Now, the second claiming phase is actually going to be the scavenger mine. This is 100% of unclaimed tokens from the Glacier drop phase will be processed and apportioned between participants, core network constituents, which is the Midnight Foundation, Midnight TGE, Reserve, and on-chain treasury, and the third claim phase, which is the lost and found. The amount of tokens remaining in the lost and found pool will be claimable by those Glacier drop eligible individuals who missed the first claim phase as a fraction of their original entitlements. Now, understand that there is the claim phase and there is the thawing and redemption period. So the Glacier drop is this 60-day period where you do in fact need to claim the tokens, basically allocate them to yourself. And then there will be a thawing phase where basically every 90 days, you are going to see 25% of your token allocation basically come available for redemption. Essentially, all right? You can choose to either wait the full 365 days or 360 days. You can do it every 90 days, whatever you want to do. But I actually like the rollout for this because then it's not just a boom drop liquidity split, right? So I was there for the launch of the Pulse Chain ecosystem. And what that essentially did was rip the community in half. I was in Hex. And unfortunately, you saw basically two groups of maxis go opposite directions. You had people that were focused on the Ethereum side, people that were focused on the Pulse Chain side, and you saw essentially this value split between the two. Now, that is a little different because that was an exact one-to-one copy of the other ecosystem, so I don't think this is going to do the same thing. I don't think this means a bunch of value is going to be, ripped away from Cardano or anything like that. But what you do have the potential of is treasury value from the Cardano ecosystem somewhat move over, not all of it, but some of it move over to Midnight itself. You could see value actually flock over to the Midnight Network from some of these other ecosystems as well. And what we may be dealing with at first is ratio trading. So for those that aren't familiar, it's very risky, so be cautious when you do that. But eventually, as there are LPs set up between ADA and other assets, you're going to see a lot of value start to flow into the ecosystem. So that's what we have to look forward to. So again, basically this is 450 days into this. So you're talking, let's say Midnight launches this year, you might be talking about sometime in 2027 until this thawing and redemption phase is completely done. So this is a long, slow rollout, and this is how you build out over time, right? Then you have your lost and found period, which can last even up to 4 years. So that's the big things you need to know. Now, I want to remind everybody what Night and Dust token do. Night is going to be for generating Dust token resources to power transactions. It's for promoting network security as a block production rewards, enabling decentralization or decentralized on-chain governance, driving ecosystem growth initiatives, 24 billion Night token supply. That's the big thing you need to know. I will say again, with Dust token, this is consumable, it's renewable, it's decaying, and it's non-transferable. So this can't be transferred within addresses. This is specifically for the ecosystem itself. So you guys can obviously check out the further tokenomics if you would like. Again, I'm going to leave the link for you guys to check this out. But I'm definitely curious as to how the ecosystem is going to react once this does launch. All right. We know that a lot of launches in the past for ADA, whether that was, the rollout of smart contracts, whether that was many of the hard forks we've had in the past, many of them have been sell the news events. And we could potentially see that when Midnight does roll out. I will, however, remind everybody that with this last hard fork we had, we did in fact pump in terms of price. This has never been done this way before. And you have to remember that there is also a connection between these two ecosystems because of the way that Midnight works. It actually, again, like I talked about yesterday, utilizes Cardano consensus. So there is still demand for ADA with this network. All right. So that's where this is very different from anything we've experienced before. And the biggest thing we just have to do is just, I guess, sit back, watch and wait for the news surrounding the Glacier drop. Make sure that you are, in fact, getting your claiming done. That is the key thing, guys, because if you miss your claim, we talked about what can happen there. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I appreciate it as always. Let me know your thoughts. How do you think this is going to play out? Is there going to be demand for the ecosystem? I think there was already, 70 or 120 partnerships already set up and ready to go with the Midnight launch. So this could be very, very big for Cardano. Very big. So appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Show your love below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.